At just 15, Miles Russell wasn't just talented, he was inevitable. He became the youngest player ever to win the AJGA Player of the Year, a title usually claimed by seasoned 17-year-olds already fielding college offers. But with Miles, dominance was never surprising, it was expected. His swing was surgical, his calm under pressure unmatched. Junior golf events weren't competitions for him, they were classrooms, and Miles was the lead instructor. He conquered the Junior PGA Championship, the Rolex Tournament of Champions, and the prestigious Team TaylorMade Invitational Alley like they were scripted wins. His name became a fixture atop leaderboards, so frequent it felt permanent. Coaches and analysts didn't just admire him, they agreed. Miles was tour-ready, more refined than many college seniors, with the patience of a veteran pro. His swing never wavered, his short game exuded elegance, and his course management suggested bedtime stories had been replaced with yardage books. For 2 years, Miles Russell set the gold standard. Everyone else just tried to keep up, watching, imitating, and hoping for a glimpse of his brilliance. But in golf, even the most precise empires face disruption. And when that disruption came, it wasn't subtle, it came with the name Woods. CharlieWoods didn't step into the junior golf world quietly. As Tiger's son, the spotlight wasn't earned, it was inherited. He didn't ask for the pressure, but it followed him like a shadow. And just like that, the story began to change. The script was being rewritten every swing. CharlieWoods took every twitch. Every pre-shot breath was scrutinized by a golf world desperate to anoint its next icon. Fans weren't just watching. They were expecting a sequel to greatness, but in golf, names don't win, scorecards do. And in the beginning, Charlie's truth was complicated. Yes, there were flashes of brilliance, fearless putts, laser-precise irons, composure well beyond his years. But these moments were tucked between missed cuts, frustrating rounds, and the awkward weight of being 14, then 15, under the glare of cameras and the whispers of legacy. Charlie wasn't just competing against junior golfers, he was battling a last name, and that shadow only got heavier. Then came the 2024 AJGA Team TaylorMade Invitational, and everything shifted. No noise, no headlines, just golf. Charlie locked in and fired a blistering final round 66, blowing past elite juniors, including one who had ruled them all, Miles Russell. This wasn't a feel-good story. It was a statement. Charlie wasn't chasing hype anymore, he was chasing wins. As Golf Monthly put it, this was the tournament where CharlieWoods finally stepped out of the shadow and into the spotlight on his own terms. And they were right. This wasn't Tiger Jr. This was Charlie, focused, dangerous, ready, suddenly. Miles Russell wasn't the only name worth circling on the leaderboard. A new force had arrived, and he didn't come to blend in. He came to shake the whole system, the next flashpoint. The U.S. Junior Amateur Qualifier at Eagle Trace Golf Club. It was meant to be routine, a filter for the top names to glide through. Miles was a lock, Charlie barely in the mix. With one final spot left, it came down to a brutal playoff, high stakes. No room for nerves. And when it mattered most, Charlie delivered pure tee shot, clinical approach, cold-blooded putt center. Cut. He didn't just qualify, he earned it the hard way. No wild cards. No favors, just grit. The crowd went wild, Reddit exploded. Say what you want. The kid has nerves of steel, one post read. And suddenly the atmosphere around Miles Russell shifted. He still had the resume, the wins, the reputation, but now someone was closer. In the rear view than anyone expected. Someone who had been learning, grinding, growing. Charlie didn't sneak in, he slammed the door behind him, and the sound echoed through junior golf. For the first time, people weren't asking, "Is Charlie good?" They were asking, "Is Charlie coming for Miles?" And what came next made that question feel like prophecy. Because when the lights got brighter, Charlie didn't blink. The Team TaylorMade Invitational was never meant to be a battleground, but CharlieWoods made it one. This was supposed to be familiar ground for Miles Russell, his turf, his leaderboard, his legacy. A course he had already conquered, a space where dominance was expected and reaffirmed. And in a field loaded with elite talent, few expected CharlieWoods to do more than keep up. But Charlie didn't come to keep pace, he came to take over. As the weekend intensified, pressure mounted, and while others wavered, Charlie ignited. His final round 66 wasn't just impressive, it was surgical. Fairways found, irons locked in, putts dropping like he'd been doing this for decades. It wasn't flash, it was focus. And somewhere in that field, watching the tide turn, stood Miles Russell. Charlie didn't just win, he dethroned the king. Golf Monthly said it plainly. CharlieWoods silences critics with a statement win over an elite field. Social media exploded, Reddit, Twitter, fans everywhere knew it. This wasn't hype, it was real. Charlie had just walked into Miles's house and taken the keys. The junior golf world shifted that day. What once was a one-man spotlight now had two alphas battling for it. Suddenly it wasn't Miles versus the field, it was Miles versus Charlie. The leaderboard told the story loud and clear, and for the first time, the rivalry got personal. Because when two titans collide, someone's gotta move. For years, Miles Russell was the undisputed face of junior golf. But now, CharlieWoods isn't knocking, he's inside, bag in hand, ready to stay. The narrative flipped like a Sunday scorecard. This wasn't just a prodigy with a famous last name, it was a legitimate threat, a reshuffling of power. Golf Monthly didn't sugarcoat it. Charlie's recent performances had transformed him, from promising prospect to top-tier contender. The last name no longer defined him, the numbers did. And they're screaming loud. Even Tiger Woods, usually guarded about his son, let a quiet truth slip. He's learning, he said. He's figuring out how to compete, not just swing a club. That wasn't a golf tip, it was a mindset shift. Charlie isn't learning from the sidelines anymore, he's learning while he wins, but don't count Miles out. He's still elite, still the standard for now. What's changed is the feel of every round. Every tee time now feels like a duel. A clash is building. Not just a changing of the guard, a battle for the throne. So now the question isn't if Charlie belongs. The question is, has he already taken over? Or is Miles ready to strike back? Either way, the throne isn't vacant anymore, and the war for junior golf's crown has officially begun.